अच्छा लग रहा है। ये स्कूल प्रोजेक्ट था, फिल्म स्कूल का प्रोजेक्ट था, तो काफ़ी टाइम पहले उसको किया था, तो अभी यहाँ पे स्क्रीनिंग हो रहा है इंडियन कन्नड़ में। अच्छा लग रहा है। हाँ हाँ, पहली बार इफ़ी में आया। वो कोशिश करेंगे और एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए कोशिश करेंगे, और वही। हाँ, वो तो डिफ़िकल्ट रहा है, क्योंकि फ़िल्म स्कूल में हम लोग को लिमिटेड रिसोर्स मिलता है, और वहाँ पे टाइम लिमिट भी वो होता है, तो उसमें जो मिलता है हम लोग सबसे मतलब कोलैबोरेट करके कुछ बनाने के लिए कोशिश करता है। वो अभी वही कोशिश किया था सबका सपोर्ट से, तो वही डिफ़िकल्ट तो होता है।
I'm very grateful to him actually, to Kesar, because he gave me the opportunity to work with him in this project, and I'm really very happy and very grateful to become the part of this project, and for that I got the opportunity to be here. It's a very what I'll say, I'm feeling very lucky and very happy.
I'm a debut filmmaker, and I have absolutely no experience even doing a short film, or like I've never even been in a film set. I actually watched YouTube videos of how to write a movie, direct a movie, and even act in it. It was an extraordinary experience. So I took 2 years to write the movie, but about 30 days to actually shoot it. Yeah, but it was a wonderful experience. Best 3 months in a really long time. Yeah. Very rarely transgender filmmakers get to tell their stories themselves, right? And usually it's always men playing trans characters. Sometimes female actors play trans characters, but ideally I would like for trans characters to be played by transgender actors, right? And also even in whether it's in indie filmmaking or mainstream Indian cinema, they have a very stereotypical representation of how transgender people are. Usually they run away from their houses, and they just like are isolated, begging, sex work, and I'm like, it is true, but there are just so many other stories to say. Like, I'm a success story. I live in the US. I graduated from PhD Tech. I'm in, I've traveled all over the world. So who is there to tell stories like mine, right? And I thought, okay, I want to go ahead and tell the story. But I transitioned from male to female when I lived in Seattle. My transition was like a cakewalk. I was pretty sure that is not how it is going to be in India, right? So I wanted to write a movie that's a little bit more realistic, but made with, sensible and much more non-stereotypical way of telling a story. And I thought, okay, if nobody is going to do that, I'm going to do that myself. I've never acted in a movie, right? The first scene that I shot with a co-actor, I was ridiculous. I was like, and I had written the movie. It was my dialogues that I was like saying, but I was like fumbling like an idiot, simply because I don't have experience. So predominantly it is about acting at the same time directing and making sure everything works in just 3 weeks, because I still work. I work in the US. I live in San Francisco. I came to India to do this. I only had 3 weeks to shoot the whole movie. How do you do a solid movie in just 3 weeks time with a limited set of crew and cast was the biggest thing. But the even bigger thing was writing this movie, writing something solid, writing something that is sensible and interesting for audience to see. I took 2 years to write, so during COVID I was isolated. I took 2 years to write the whole movie, and actually even then writing was the hardest part, to be honest. Yeah. I did the lead role in the movie. That's right. Yes.
What was the reason to act also?
Yeah. So, as I said, I was sure no male or conventionally female actor is going to do this job. I wanted trans actors, but and I spoke to a bunch of trans actors who could possibly pull this off. But the problem is, in my movie, the first half, it is supposed to be a man, then the second half who is becoming a woman. And I wanted this character to look and feel like a man, not a woman who is dressed up as a man. I didn't want that. I want a man who became a woman. I had long hair. I cut my hair to look like a man, You should see the posters of mine and you know what I'm talking about. And if you see the movie, you know what I'll talk about. So I want to be able to authentically portray a man who is trying to become a woman. And when he's a man, he looks like a man, and when he's a woman, he looks like a woman. So I wanted both of that. It was very difficult to get that specific set of skills that I wanted. So I thought, okay, I'll do it myself.
Last question.
Oh, to be honest, I thought this will come like a short film or a documentary. But thanks to my cameraman, Steve Benjamin, it came out as a movie. And I'm extremely happy that it made it to film festival like Iffi. And we are also the national language competition in Kolkata Film Festival, in Jaipur Film Festival. And we won the Best Feature Jury Award at the Swiss South Asian Film Festival in Seattle. And we are going to more film festivals in US and Europe next year. This is extraordinary. Never in a million years I would have thought I would make a movie, let alone it will get through these film festivals.
See, it was very challenging because creating a story out of his life, because it's a movie, right? So we need to have a screenplay done. So there's a lot of events in his life, not like any other sportsman. So he has seen a war, civil war in between, he has seen bombings, and he has seen shootouts in Pakistan and tsunami. And the kind of life he had lived, the experience he has got is something unbelievable. So we really believe that telling the story is very important because we're not living in a fair world. Everyone is going to face a lot of obstacles in life. So his life is going to be a very great example for us to learn that how failures can be converted into a success story. So in that way, I think it's a very inspiring film, and a story that has to be seen.
As a director, again, one more challenge is to select an actor for that role. How difficult or how easy is it?
See, it's difficult for a biopic. You need to find someone who will look like Murli also, because people have to associate them as the character, right? So we did a lot of auditions, like more than 100 auditions we did, and then Mathur was selected after that. I think he has done justice to it. If you watch the film, you'll realize that he's quite close to how Murli is.
So what advantage did you have given to the actor? Because the mannerism, the action, or the
See,
facial
the
expression.
one thing that we decided is that not to do a mimicry of Murli.
Okay.
It's not a fancy dress competition. It's a movie, right? So we thought that he has to understand the character and then bring the emotions is what the focus was, not trying to do exactly like Murli. It will happen because we have makeup and we're going to give all the inputs to him, support, and try to associate him as Murli rather than trying to be exactly like Murli. That was not the idea. The idea was to tell the story as well as possible. So that was the...
So again, when you are making a biopic, most of the people know about his cricket career. No one knows about his personal life or anything else. So how much part you kept him?
See, the tagline is unknown story of Murli, right? So I think most of his exploits on the field, you can watch it on YouTube. So people have watched it. So it's more than behind the scenes of cricket, and then his personal life that we don't know. He's always struggled for identity, being a minority in a country and then during the civil war playing for the country which has majority players. So those things were the interesting aspects of his life that we had brought out that people won't know.
See, when he was there, I was little reluctant to take that movie, but after that my manager convinced, and I gave only one thing to the, he has to write the true story rather than anything not should be like glorify me or whatever doing, just give the honest story. I think he has delivered that.
There are the tagline is like Sir said, his untold story about the movie. So we can see some personal stories also in this, which will happen. Like there was an episode happened in the Pakistan also where the shootout had took place and everything. After that, the pressing room. What was the actual story?
Yeah, definitely in the movie, it's everything is there because my small days onwards and how we live within the when the problems were there, and also the my chucking episode, nobody knew about inside story. So everything is there. So it will be surprised to see people how hard I have to fight for everything.
So what brief you have given to the bowler, sorry, the actor who played your roles?
I didn't give much because all directed did everything, because I think he's really done well, because even if you see his bowling action, it looks like mine. So something special he has done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir,
Yeah. I think, if shortly can't say, because it's a new factor because of the grounds, because whenever you bat first, it's a disadvantage. When we did it in Lahore, we won it against Australia in 96. Same thing, Dew came in and we won it. And same way, India in 2011. We had unfair because unlucky we got into Dew as well, because then easily Dhoni and Gambhir got the runs. So same has happened to India here, because Travis Head and Labuschagne got the runs after going 3 wickets. And when the Dew comes, it's very hard to